these are our last two questions. So with each vocation, what we try to do is we try to find the essentials of the business from a practitioner, from someone who's actually doing it, so that as you kind of alluded to in the last question, kind of investing into the next generation so that they can kind of separate what is said by, those who may not necessarily have actually done the particular work and those who actually do the work. And so my question to you is, what are the essentials of your business? We call it the Cultivate Countdown. So it could be 2, 3, 5 steps to writing. What would you say is your Cultivate Countdown as a writer?
Yeah, no, so I thought this was really good. It was good for me to even come up with these. So I actually came up with five.
Awesome.
Five, and I think these are pretty general, but I think anyone that has a desire to write, these are five things I found that are helpful. So number one is to write, and to write often. Some people say to write every day. I'm not necessarily in that camp where you have to write every day, but I would say write often. Even if it's just a short little thing to write every day or write often. Second, I think as a storyteller, as a writer, we need to also intake stories. So whether that's through movies, television, books, comics, watching the news, listening to other people tell stories, YouTube, whatever, intaking stories in your life. I think that helps just as a writer as well. Number three, I'd say socialize. I think for a lot of writers, it's really easy to just be by ourselves. But a lot of writing, especially writing like scripts, is character study. And if you're not around people, that affects like how you write dialogue, because your dialogue doesn't sound real because you're not really around people hearing how they really talk. So I'd say socialize and just live life, allowing life to happen and getting away from the writing so that you can just live, and that inevitably that will affect your writing. Four, I'd say, is it kind of goes with one, but I'd say specifically to journal, because I think journaling has helped me with kind of the more introspective aspects of the writing. And so being able to get things out for myself, and journaling is writing, so it's also, if you get nothing else done that day, at least got a little writing done in your journal. And then I say five would be getting a mentor and or a writing group. I have both. I have a writing mentor as well as I'm part of a writing group. And that's been really helpful from the writing group standpoint, because we read each other's stuff. And my writing group is specifically people that are trying to break in as a television writer. So we're all at the same place. We're all writing scripts. We're all trying to apply for different fellowships, and we're all, kind of pushing towards the same goal. And that's been just really helpful as we just kind of sharpen one another, help one another, while, just growing as writers together. So those would be my five. I'd say write, intake stories, socialize, journal, get a mentor or a writing group.
That's great. That's a great list. I love it. I love it. I wish there was one for like when you talk fiction, like a group like that. But like, it's cool that you have a group of people who you can bounce ideas off of, get feedback, and give honest critique. So that's awesome for writing. But I would say any creative field, like that's a very helpful resource.